Because in a world where anything could be generated, discernment becomes your superpower. And this thing is getting smarter every single day. I was just thinking about that when I had a conversation with a friend of mine the other day. It's to the point where movies that we used to watch for entertainment, they don't even feel that far-fetched no more. When you think about The Matrix, The Terminator, what's the one Will Smith was in with the iRobot? All that, when the robots took over and whatever. Well, back then, that felt like pure make-believe, science fiction. But with everything that's going now, it damn near feel like a warning. Because the question is, at what point does AI stop just responding and it start deciding and thinking for itself? When it start thinking what's best for humans? Yeah, it's a scary thought, especially if you've seen them movies. Some of my favorite ones, actually. And when you look around today, you see clips of robots running, jumping, working, moving, fighting like humans. I believe some of it is real and some of it is AI generated like everything else. They having fun with that. But again, you don't even know no more. But the one thing that we could say is real is that technology is advancing fast. You got companies building humanoid robots right now. People like Elon Musk talking about in the future, robots gonna be in every household, helping with everyday life, just like in the movie iRobot. Now imagine for a second, you got a machine in your house that's learning your habits, just like the AI that we're dealing with right now. It's learning your schedule. It know your preferences. It's helping you. It's doing all that. It's basically studying you. So, gotta pause and think for a minute. Because AI today, it don't have its own desires. It don't have no consciousness. It's not plotting or planning, I don't think. Not yet. Not yet. But what it does have is access to hella information. And it also has the ability to act based on how it's programmed. So we got to question. It's not just about will AI take over. Right now, the question is who controlling the AI? And what type of programming and values are they teaching it to follow? Because if the foundation ain't right, then yeah, the future could look way different than we expect. And it's not about being scared, though. It's about being aware. Like I said, we got to stay informed. Always ask questions with anything. Don't take nothing at face value. Truth is, technology is coming either way. It's here. Now, are we ready for it? Like truly, or is we just reacting to it? Going back to one of my favorite movies, The Matrix. In that movie, what made characters like Morpheus and Neo dangerous wasn't that they could just unplug from the Matrix and get to reality. It's that they learned how to use the system. They knew when to plug in and they knew when to unplug. They could step into the system, get what they needed, information, tools, resources, but they never forgot what was real. And that's the balance we got to find today. Because to be honest, everybody wants the truth. I mean, even in that movie, you had some people that got unplugged, just like we was talking about it in the slave days when Harriet Tubman was trying to free some slaves, and they just didn't want to do it. But the people in the movie, that some of them that got unplugged, they saw reality for what it really was and said, nah, Go ahead and just plug me back in. The illusion is way easier. It's more comfortable. It felt better than the truth. Now, when we relate that to real life right now, if you found out today, let's say it was like the Matrix and everything that we living and experiencing was just a simulation. And the reality is that the real world was dark, harsh, hell. Like, what would you choose? Would you accept reality and fight through it? Or would you choose to just plug back in and go back to the illusion? Back to the illusion that everything is good. Even if it's not real. That's a real question. Because, I mean, we already living in a time where you can filter your face, edit your life, generate a version of yourself that don't even exist. So the line between real and fake, it gets thinner every day. Some people might say, man, you talking crazy. It is what it is, because best believe history shows that anytime somebody start questioning the system, start speaking some truth to power, they get labeled crazy, like first, and then they get understood later. So when it's too late, harm is already done. So if you want to call it crazy, call it what you want. But I'm gonna leave y'all with this. You gotta learn the system, but don't let the system learn you better than you know yourself. Know when to plug in and know when to unplug. Know how to do your Morpheus, your Neo thing. For real. Now, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Drop y'all thoughts in the comments, because I already know this one gonna spark some conversation. So make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. And as always, this is the Voice of Reason podcast, where if nobody want to speak on it, I will. General Rob Reason, salute, signing out.